We're coming to our final formal speaker. I guess Marla Petal is somebody that many of you already know. Marla is the Director of Risk Grade, and she's going to speak to us representing the Coalition for Global School Safety and Disaster Prevention Education. We will follow Marla's presentation. 4 people have identified that they wish to make an intervention from the floor, and then we will close. So we should be fairly closely on time for those of us who are time conscious. Thank you. Marla, over to you.
Thank you very much. Am I on here? Okay. Well, since I'm almost bringing up the rear, I really want to thank all of you for your tremendous dedication in adding to your already long and busy day in joining us for this side event. We're happy to see that this seems to be as important to you as it is to those of us on the panel. I'm just going to segue from Badawi's comments about the disaster prevention for schools, guidance for education sector decision makers, because the Coalition for Global School Safety is in a sense an umbrella organization for civic society, for professionals, individually, associations, individual non-governmental organizations, all kinds of groupings, participation in the International Strategy for Disaster Reduction thematic platform for knowledge and education. The second output of our collective effort is something called the DREAM Collection, the Disaster Reduction Educational Materials that are on ISDR's preventionweb.net website. If you haven't had a chance to play with this, we do have a flyer just on this. We now have about 1,500 documents online. We will shortly have many of those, I think most of those, actually in complete PDF document format. And we invite you to continue to submit any of your documents in this area that are not in the database, because this wealth of experience and information, the more that we can share it, the better we'll be able to build upon it and improve the quality of it for our children. The Coalition for Global School Safety and Disaster Prevention Education has just a couple of recommendations to make. Perhaps the most important of these is the suggestion that we follow suit of several countries that have done this already to form a national committee for disaster risk reduction education. Oh, I see that I'm looking at my own slides and you're not. Oh, okay. What do we have to do here? Is our technical support gone here? Let's see. Turn on the machine. Okay, well, the National Committee for Disaster Risk Reduction Education and Safe Schools would be led by, of course, ministries of education, would include your National Disaster Management Agency, your leading teacher training institutes, any curriculum development bodies, any school architects and planners, the facilities people that are on board, academic and scientific experts that you may need to assist you, parent, student, community associations, professional associations, the National Red Cross or Red Crescent Society, any UN organizations that are partners, in some cases municipalities, whoever's involved in this whole enterprise. If you can bring them together around one table and work collectively, some of these intractable problems can be quite easily addressed. The Coalition for Global School Safety, oh, you can sort of see, but the brightness factor is, don't know what to do about that. Ah, okay, thank you. So, previous slide, okay, that's your teacher-inspired organogram. And the Coalition for Global School Safety and Disaster Prevention Education has 4 core working groups, which are the ones you see in the red box. One on safe school infrastructure, one on school disaster management, one on disaster prevention in the formal curriculum, and another on community-based disaster prevention education. As you can see, those are the fundamental things, and we're trying to develop support for you to make this just a little bit easier. In addition, we have a number of efforts at outreach. The first will be a newsletter on about a weekly or bi-monthly basis, and we invite you to give us your email addresses. We will send you an invitation, and you may subscribe yourself or others to that. We also have a special network just for teachers, the EDU for DRR Teachers Network, which is able to actually have groups running in different languages. So although it's initially set up in English, it's not limited to English. We have a group working on capacity building and leadership development, especially encouraging young researchers. We have another group focused especially on disaster-resistant universities. We have a committee which is devoted to disability outreach. We have a Latin America outreach committee, and we have one working on child and youth participation so that we get those direct inputs into this process. In addition to all that, when the occasion arises, we form interagency task teams and ad hoc committees with various partners. One group just came back from the Great Southern California Shakeout, where 5 million adults and 1 million children participated in a mass earthquake drill. We did that for this conference and so forth. And of course, as you can see, we're partnered with the Global Coalition of Civil Society Organizations for Disaster Reduction and the ISDR Thematic Platform for Knowledge and Education. So that's in a nutshell, and we're just delighted to meet many of you. We invite you to booth B11 if you haven't met us there already, and look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.